Good rainy morning, everyone. It is raining here and it's been raining all night long. I just love driving home and hydroplaning every now and then. It's my favorite thing. Yeah, there was so much rain that in the low spots, there was definitely some huge puddles this morning. We don't get too much flooding around here, but I'm sure there were some creeks that went over their banks because of all the rain we got. Oh, great. Now I can't find my lighter. Always love starting the stream off that way. It's my favorite. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing great this morning. Morning, Mr. Michael and Mr. Mister. Hope you gentlemen are doing well. Morning, Pete. So let me turn the volume off on my phone and talk about what I carried last night. Thank you, Mr. Pete. So, in my front pocket last night, I had the Strix. Thank you, sir. Hope you are well as well, Mr. Michael. And in my back pocket, I had, of course, my back pocket knife. I'm quite sure until I get something drastic comes along, this is going to stay my back pocket knife for the time being. So I'm really going to only be swapping out front pocket knives. I love the detent ramp on this one now. It feels so much better than that harsh detent ball hitting the blade. And I think I might do the blade mod on this one, cutting that off. I don't know. It does look real cool without that. And the point on the knife, it almost looks like it was made to be taken off. If you just followed that same exact line, I think it would be the same width all the way down, and it almost looks like it's made to disappear. But anyway, I don't know if I'll do that or not, but we might. Good morning, TC. So that's what I carried last night. And I got this one in yesterday. I'm trying to hurry because I want to get y'all to a link in case some of you have not ordered them yet. But I got this M390 Tucson TS270. And I'm really liking the blade on this one too. Yeah, I'm liking everything about this blade. The big boy night mooring designs. Action on it's great. It's super smooth. But yeah. Anytime I can get a Tucson and M390 for $80, I'm good. Run it. As long as I don't already have it. So, the link I wanted to get to quickly was this one right here. So, the Waka has been released in 3 different versions. They range in about $7 or $8 price between them all. Let's see here. Whoops. So there's the 3 versions available. And let's see. They don't show you the clip side because of the lock bar. but we ought to be able to look at the back of them at least. So there's the back spacer, the stop pin, and the jimping. And there is the show side. And the link is in the links channel, but let me send it to y'all so you will have it. I know a lot of people have been waiting on the Waka for a while, including myself. Watched a video. We were curious about the whether you could reverse flick off of the thumb stud, because it kind of lays right next to the frame. And according to this video, you definitely can. As you can see, this guy right here, he was able to reverse flick it rather easily. But like I said, you can see right there that it kind of lays right against the scales on that side, but I guess it sticks out far enough that you can access it. And it even came with a tool for disassembly, which the original does not come with. So you can see the tool right there on the top of the box to use to get the pivot off, etc. Good morning, John. Hope you're doing well, sir. Which version do y'all like the best? The Topo, the Skelly, or the plain Jane? So the Skelly is based on the Holy Waka. No, it's not. It was supposed to be. He's supposed to have this model as well. I forgot about that, but he's supposed to be offering this model too. So I guess we'll see if he drops some more. Let's see. Yeah, there's the model it's based on. Think. No, that's not even the right one. So I don't know which one it is. I haven't actually looked it up. Oh, there it is. It's the slight. It's that version. Right? Yeah. I like it. The clip is a good size too. Swoopy and pointy. It looks like a lot of clips to me. You bought the plain Jane? Well, I could have told you that, John. The clip looks like it's actually kind of small and proportionate to me, but talking about this clip right here, mister? I must be looking at something different. What are you looking at? What are we looking at? Because it doesn't even show the clip on the ad, so I'm curious what, or maybe it does when you play this one. No, that's just a hardness test. Yeah, I don't know what Mister's talking about. He must be talking about a different knife. Because that clip looks very normal. He must be off in his own little world this morning. All right, so what pointy clip are you talking about, though, mister? No idea. So I remembered that knife that I wanted Sever to help me get, and I thought it was on exclusive folders, but it was on Aurora Blade, and it was that milled blade by it's the Solus K, the Arc Lord by Solus K, with the diamond pattern milled blade. And I couldn't remember it yesterday. But I definitely want to get one of those. Super clean looking knife. I'm hoping Sever can get me a deal on one. I'm looking at clips now on knives because you got me wondering, like, what's pointy and what's not pointy. I guess you're calling this one a swooshy pointy one. I don't know. Is that one a swooshy pointy one? That one's not. But this one actually hurt. I guess you're talking about clips like that. Not quite sure. This one seems a lot longer, but it doesn't come to a point. I know he's talking about the Waka, but it didn't have much of. That's why I was asking if he's talking about this kind of point. Because the Waka didn't have much of one to me, but so the Waka has about as same as that one. It's just the opposite way, but it's got about the same. As far as that point on the end. Talking about down here or up here? I wish let's see. That front flipper looks super easy to use though. They've been dropping. I bet the FSDs. The FSDs will drop next probably, and then we'll get into the. Then they'll probably drop the Dixon because it's going to be easy to make. Let's see what else new coming out. I guess we got a few days till Friday. Yeah, I like this blade shape better. I saw some cool lines on this knife too, so when it's closed, I don't know if you can see this, but this milling curve curves perfectly up to where the front of the blade meets. Like, there's some design characteristics I like about this one. This curves perfectly up to where the blade meets the, and it makes that little area all the same size, which is kind of cool. And then when you open it, that line continues straight off the back, down the back. I like both of those milling lines. Something to think about. But I didn't know that I would like this blade shape as much as I do. This jimping feels great too. But like I said, a M390 Tucson for 80 bucks. There's not many knives that can compare for that price point. Let's see. I had some other knives to look at this morning. I had a link here. Wanted to check out. Carver, Rambler, and Waif. Does anybody know about those knives? Let's see. I've not heard of the Carver knives, so we're going to go look them up. They're on a lot of people's grail lists. Well, dang it. We copied the whole thing. So, Carver Rambler. Carver Made Co. Aha, we have been here because I've followed him. So that is a tiny little knife, huh? Wow, that one is. But what is the actual Rambler? Let's see. Let me take this out. Carver Made. We can find one here. Not seeing a Rambler. Why am I having problems finding this knife? Oh, here's a Rambler lineman. There we go. All right. That's the model that I would want if I ever got that knife, that's for sure. Wonder if the FS means full size. That's pushing the that's pushing the limits on recurve. Doesn't quite have one though. Maybe it does. It does a little bit, but see what it. Now that's a heck of a clip. I don't care what the clip shape is more than the size. The size, like that, looks way too big to me. Doesn't look proportionate. That's the same way with the Asgard. The Asgard clip is giant too. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Looks great from that side. That clip, man. Wow, it's huge. Alright. So now we know what a Carver Rambler is. Let's check out a Carver Waif. Okay. I like that one too, especially on that side. I guess that's his signature clip. That was a Carver Rambler, Robin. And this is a Carver Waif. Man, that one looks sweet too. How does that one look closed? I don't like that other side, but that knife must be a lot bigger because the clip. I am not sure, John. What did it sell for? Let's see. 1,100. For the Hawkbill, I don't know that they. Let's see. David Carver Rambler. Let's see if there's other. There's a mini. Oh, he's the same as Hypercut? Okay. Maybe he's not the same, but maybe he designed. There's a mid Rambler. So that's not the Hawkbill. There's a mini Rambler. Let's see what blade shape. Aha. That one's pretty wild with the dragon skin. So it looks like proper size Rambler. So I like the Hawkbill version better. That's for sure. I like that blade shape way better than the other one. Wow, what is that? Oh, that's a mini Rambler. Oh, there's a, yeah. I think I like this one better. What a pretty knife.
What's going on, everyone? This morning, this is a long-awaited review for myself. I've been waiting to review this one. This was my first David Carver knife. I had actually gotten two of them. I had to sell one of them due to circumstances, but this here is the Waif. This is the one that started it all for me. When I saw it on Instagram, I was super excited and very happy to be able to speak with David Carver himself and get one from him directly. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife. Definitely a bigger knife, which is something I was looking for. A lot of the knives I always end up getting seem to be between 2.5 to 3.25 inches. This is a 4-inch blade.
Oh, wow.
And actually, it came with a nice specs card, brass card here. As you can see, the blade is AEBL stainless steel. It's got Zyre standoffs, collar, and clip. All feel really nice in hand. I should also say that it is a radial milling pattern on the scales. All titanium scales. Two-tone blade finish. Just a beautiful job. And man, like I said, this is the first bigger knife I've gotten in a while. It was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, that one's beautiful. I'm a fan. All right. Well, I'm glad I ran across that one. And then I wanted to look. I know what the Skiff Asylum is, but I wanted to look at the Skiff Drifter because I am not as familiar with it as I am the Asylum. It looks very similar. That is another one. that is definitely grail worthy. Wish that color was a little different, but what a beautiful knife. So y'all know what the Asylum looks like, but we will look at it compared. Let's leave this one open and type in Skiff Asylum. That's the colors I wish this other one was. Let's see if we go back. I have to flip one. To get them lined up the same, but let's see. They look really, really close. This one has an extra flat milled right through there that this one doesn't have. It's just got the one on the edge. I kind of like the, I don't know, I like them both. I like that one because it's plainer, but I like that one because it's not. Guess I'd have to get both of them if I got to that point. That's two more. And then the Maverick Concepts Spectrum was another one I wanted to look at. We looked at that one not long ago, I believe. Can't remember who brought it up. That is a big boy and another grail. I don't know what I think about. Good morning, Christopher. Why is the Firefox? Oh, I know what it was. It's weird. Gotta turn that off every time. 3.3-inch Spectrum. All right. Then we had a Trevor Berger I wanted to look at. We've talked about him before, but I haven't seen this knife, I don't think. The EXK. That must have been one of his original. So, that one. Okay, I don't like that one as much as I thought I would. Yeah, it's 2.75-inch blade. It's a little too small for me. See what else I got here. Then I had some French guys I wanted to look up because we saw that listing of or we looked at that French guy a couple weeks ago. I can't remember what his name was, but I want to look up this guy. We've all heard of him. I want to look up the crypto in particular, but I didn't realize. I don't guess I knew what it was. Definitely got a recurve. Here's Bladezilla with it. Check his video out.
What's going on, guys? Bladezilla here, and today I got another custom for you from a new maker on the channel. This is actually my first taste of their designs, their knives. And I can tell you already, just based on the materials, based on the fit and finish, it's gonna freak my camera out. So I'll try to keep this one fairly short and sweet, but you can already kind of tell as a lot of light is coming off of this knife.
His audio is loud.
Darker than what the camera's probably gonna pick up on, just because remember, I've got a big dome light over top of this camera that kind of illuminates everything and makes it look fancy.
Open it.
When you have, so it's pronounced, I believe, Remy Lavial. And this model, I think, is called the Crypto. We're doing this without any notes, but beautiful knife, very nicely done knife. I can already pick up on a couple things. The finish looks great on it. I know it is, just based on looking at the bag, it is an RWL 134 hand satin blade, and beautifully done. Gorgeous bit of a recurve on that, actually, just kind of looking at this now. And that tip's got a nice that on the top there too.
That blade is nice, recurve, but
hand, and
the finish on everything looks nice.
Yeah, just another gorgeous one. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of
polish
coffee,
on the bolster,
Coke, whatever you're into. Relax.
That pattern on the handles is nice too. Like
style conversation on this knife.
Very
folks, check
classy
out
looking.
.ca. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, let's see the clip.
And then the other beauty of this is actually that Damascus clip.
Oh wow! Yeah, that matches it perfectly.
I don't know. It might even be a Damasteel clip. I think it is. I think they work together. But beautiful clip. I think that's gorgeous, and just keep it simple, stupid.
Morning,
Tegan. You guys
Tegan.
have heard that term, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Sometimes less is more, and I feel like a design like
that front flipper jimping looks great too.
Pocket knife, bolsters, but they up the material selection in that Zerk, that carbon fiber, that massive backspacer that goes the whole length of the knife essentially. That's beautiful.
All right.
Thai hardware. Looks like it's
Glad we looked that one up. Let me see what else I had here. Another French knife. Let's look it up. Looks like Rob's Nerdy Knives had one. Might as well check out his video this morning.
Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Dirty Knives. Today we have a very special unboxing, something coming in from Tom. Now, a very cool French knife. Now I handled something from him. It was a frame lock at Blade Show, Texas. Beautiful, beautiful, fantastic knife here. Now, what I've heard is his liner locks aren't quite as crisp as his frame lock. The one I handled was frame lock and it was super, super crisp. But first of all, it looks like Zerkitai. I'm guessing that looks like Circuitai. I don't think it's Mokutai or Damascus. I don't know. Does it say on the card? Hopefully it says it. No, it doesn't say. There's no COE. But anyways, I'll have to check with back when I do the review. But this looks like, is that wood or is that micarta? I can't tell. It looks like wood. But is it micarta? I don't know. Beautifully soft, but that softness feels like it might be micarta. I don't know. But I love the clip. Full back spacer. Got a little texture right there. Kind of sharp edges. Okay, there we go. It is a front flipper, so we can see that. You have a pretty bold, thick blade. Pretty centered. It's a little to the right, just a bit. That's off. I mean, not much. The blade is, okay, so the tip is centered. Yeah, the tip is centered. I think could be just a grind of the blade, whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and do a flip on this guy, and let's see. Here we go. Oh, beautiful hollow grind. Now, this is all handmade. It's kind of like some of my other complete customs, right? And you can see liner lock, titanium liner lock. Just so if you're curious, no steel, right? The clip here, the pivot is titanium. The blade is definitely steel. And we're dealing with CDSP. I don't know what the steel is. I'm going to assume it's maybe. So here it is, the liner lock, a little chamfering in there. Let's release that. Oh, that is nice. Okay. Yeah, so he actually sent this to Transparent Knives, and they did something with the detent ball to get it a little crisper. I don't know the exact details, and if the gentleman who allowed me to check it out is in the comments, please feel free to comment, give me the details on there. I know you shared this with me before, but I feel like I'm gonna not describe it well, and I would prefer it come out of your words, right, not mine. But basically, I think the detent ball, I don't know if they moved it and it became a little crisper, a little better, and I know that was with the help of Transparent Knives, which is really, really cool. I love that clip. Now, it's not.
Sorry, guys, I'm in the middle of something.
It's not quite touching.
Figured y'all could watch this for just a second
some
while I
manufacturers
got prepared for what we're doing next.
Some custom knives that come out like that, and I get it. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do, but I will tell you, that bothers me. That really bothers me.
I think we got a good look at that one.
Because they should be able to do that.
Clip's not touching. Yeah, that's no good. Does look kind of like Rich Light. All right, and then the Forge AGAB is the last one I had to look at. Let's go check out this knife. Let's give him a follow. The Forge AGAB. I like that harpoon. I like that version, actually. What's going on? Are these all the same knife? I'm confused. Guess it's the same model. Love that harpoon. Not sure I like that point at the top, but that one's got a pretty wild clip. I love that finish on the blade, and I love that blade shape. That one doesn't have the same hump on the back, so that's not the same. I don't know. These aren't the same knife for sure, but let's try to find a better. Here's the tools for gents. Okay. So that's the model that the AGAB is. Wow, front flipper only. That's a pretty reasonably priced knife. How small is it? D2 and G10? Dang. Doesn't really have the size on here either. See what this is.
Hallo Freunde französischer Custom-Taschenmesser. So, herzlich willkommen zu einem kurzen Video. Griffschalen haben wir hier.
Yeah, that's pretty nice looking. But D2 and G10?
Ein G10 Backspacer wahrscheinlich, ja.
G10 Backspacer. Backspacer.
Frontflipper.
Made a good sound.
Schöner Clip. Richtig cool gemacht. Ach, da ist in Handarbeit entstanden, ne?
I like how it's layered too. Like that titanium
Sieht cool aus.
liners.
Und hier, das gefällt mir immer, so eine Bowie-Switch, die von vorne bis hinten durchgeht. Tolle Handlage.
It looks good 4-finger grip.
Super. Schön hier Aussparung. Läuft die Butter bis zum Schluss zentriert.
Oh wow. Yeah, it makes a good sound, that's for sure.
Die kommen, glaube ich, schon, obwohl wir heute erst Mittwochabend haben, kommen die, glaube ich, schon, habe ich irgendwas gelesen, Donnerstag in den Shop. So, wir machen erstmal weiter, dann legen wir alle nochmal ins Bild. Das sind, glaube ich, alles drei die gleichen.
See you later, Tegan.
Was haben wir hier? Okay, hier haben wir M3.
What is this one? The Organic?
90, Titan Platin, Titan
Organic?
Laser, Titan Clip. Okay. Das ist zu klein für dieses große Säckchen. Was ist dann hier das? Ist das was ist denn das? Titan? Titan?
Titan?
Schwarzes
Titanium?
Titan. Glatt poliert. Das sieht
Oh, so that one is titanium fully. Yeah, that's the version I would rather have.
90 Klinge. Wow, cool, oder?
Pretty cool looking knife.
Buckel hier drin.
See what the third one is.
Na? So, was haben wir hier drauf stehen? Wieder M93, Titan. Okay. Ah, Frame
Same
Lock.
knife. Frame lock.
Okay, mal schauen. Oder ist es... Ah, doch, okay.
Plain Jane. There we go.
In Titan Frame Lock.
All right, I'm wrong. I don't want the second one anymore.
Da ist nochmal so ein Einsatz drin. Das nenne ich mal...
Oh, look how he made the
vom Frame Lock.
pivot surround
This is
sit
on a
flush.
chain.
That's pretty cool. How it looks
Oh, ja,
custom,
nice.
handmade. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Frame Lock Ausführung. Cool. Obwohl ja eigentlich so ein Liner Look eigentlich viel schöner ist, weil eben nur die Griffschale nicht aufsägen muss. Matte Klinge.
Multi-clinger.
Sehr schön.
Whatever that means.
Ganz dezentes Logo hier oben.
Logo.
Zu erkennen. Ja, das ist nochmal so eine Scheibe eingelassen. Auch cool gemacht, ne? Hier, Überdehnungsschutz, die Scheibe.
Over travel stop. The
Ja,
pivot
eingelassen
surround.
ist. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Sehr schöne Kunstwerke hier von La Forge Agap.
I like how big the backspacer is too. That's a cool knife too.
Coole Sache. Werden wir in den
Tools for gents. I didn't know they had videos like this with. Yeah, Robin, it looks like your style. Custom folder, D2 and G10. At least it said M390 on the ones. Oh, they're OEM by. Here's a Riot Rascal. I've not seen this knife either. I don't necessarily like that pattern on the handles, but no, I like my Riot stuff. Raindrop copper. Huh. Not seen that handle material, I don't think. Who is Tim Bernard? Let's check him out too. Oh, he's Bastard Knives, huh? Or no, he's just on that site. That's a pretty wild pattern. Feather pattern. Here's another French site. Here's some Tim Bernard knives. These are all too skinny for me, but fit and finish looks great on them. So this site might be one worth bookmarking. I'm gonna add it just because it's nice to run across some nice French makers that we don't see as often. See if anything strikes our fancy off the rip. French folding knives. Let's sort it just by French for a second. All right. What's the first one that draws me in? Well, that one almost does. That one almost does, just to see. What's going on with the back of that knife? Why does it have that flipper tab? What's going on with this? What am I looking at? Why is the flipper tab halfway down the knife? Does anybody know? I mean, I kind of dig it a little. It's different. It comes in an apple pie box. Yeah, I mean, it's a flipper, but wait. It's not a flipper because that can't be the sharp edge. What's going on here? Is that the lock? I guess it's the lock. I don't know what I was thinking of. Yeah, I guess it is the lock. I wasn't even thinking. It's still there when the blade's open, so I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it was like something like the Factor had, you know, like a little push bar. Speaking of Factors, I spilt water all over my power supply this morning, right as I was about to go want to use it. And I also spilt water on my my little utility knife that's made like this one right here. I thought it might be kind of like this, where it had a little bar to push the blade open. But no, it doesn't. But I thought we might do an Anna on that knife Pete mentioned. Good morning, Waylon. To finish out the video, but let's finish looking at some more French knives first. That Clovis is interesting. Let's see what else we got. What is going on here? For $34. Same kind of deal. I've just not seen that before. Is that something y'all have seen? Am I just out of it that much that I've not really seen a lockback like that? Or a backlock, sorry. I kind of dig it. I mean, it'd be real easy to get to. But are you going to like accidentally hit it? Those all must be from the same guy. Seems like they have a lot of backlock knives. They're all kind of skinny and long. What is this one? That one's kind of clean and simple, but how in the world do you open it? Doesn't even have a nail nick. Guess you just grab the blade and pull it open. Alrighty then. What else we got? Anything not long and skinny? Anything? These are all pretty inexpensive too. Some of them are more than others, but some of them are just $60. Like I don't know. I've just not seen these brands. Kind of weird to see these knives. Like, what's going on here? Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who hasn't seen. Oh, dang. How big? How little is it? 7.1. Yeah, I like everything about it except the giant flipper tab and the size. I love the blade look though. The jersey. Be careful how you say that name. It's Nick Riggy. Wow. Are you setting me up for something? Alright, so you can buy it for 180 bucks right from him. I'm going to bookmark this. We'll come back and check him out some other date. But what else does he have? Let's see. Prototypes. I guess he's got the Atlantic model and the Jersey and some kitchen knives. There's that bevel jig. I think we saw that in a video. That's how you grind bevels on knives. That thing. Alright, where were we? Don't know. Oh, I think we were just back here. No, we were right here somewhere. Yeah, right here. What's going on here? What kind of lock do we have going on? Does anybody understand how this thing works? Can't wrap my head around it yet. Alright, so what do we got? Oh, you push down right here and it pivots and lifts that off the blade. So you push down about midway through and it lifts this little clip off the back of the blade. Yep. That's how it works. But what a wild looking contraption. So yeah, you push down in the middle right there and it lifts the other end. Pretty cool. Seeing some of these French knives that we don't run across over here is kind of neat. Might have to pick another country another day and go over a few. Because they got, they had German, Portuguese. But the German ones would be pretty wild, but some countries' laws are a lot different. So, yeah, these locks, a lot of these locks, you know, they don't seem to have the same kind of locks because of lock laws, which is cool because we get to see all kinds of different knives. Get kind of bored sometimes with the same thing over and over again. Spring-heeled Jack. Does anybody know who that is? I do. That's a very clean knife. Very laconico, but again, it has no way to open it. So that might be part of the laws there. Oh, look at the box it comes in. That's a crazy packaging. Yeah, these are production for the most part, I would guess, for the price we're looking at. These are all French so far. I kind of like that one. But like I said, they have no way to open them except pulling on the blade. So that's probably part of the French laws. No quick opening knives. I've not looked into their laws, so I can't be accurate on what the actual laws are, but none of these have thumb studs or blade holes. And maybe that limits you to how wide you want your knife when they don't have that functionality. Or maybe they have a limit on how wide a knife can be. Because all these are pretty narrow. I'm really surprised that there hasn't been a single one that has a big fat American blade. I'm just joking, but I'm sure you can tell what I mean by looking at all these. There's a blue one of those same little knives. Yeah, you press down right there and it unlocks that little, you can see that tab locks in right there. That's a better picture. There we go. You can see that you push down there and it lifts up over that little. So, deer's knife. The Rand deer's knife. Let's do a Google search for that. Yeah, and he said Lamnia. Here it is. All right. Copyright.
In der Messerschmiede Nurand ist dieses innovative Litiertaschenmesser entstanden. Das Design stammt von Geoffroy Gautier, ein
Oh, you have to press it there to open it too. It keeps it locked.
Industriedesign. Hier muss ich sogar ein bisschen an ein Gürteltier denken und ein bisschen HR Giga steckt.
HR Geiger.
Auf jeden Fall ein genialer Entwurf von Gautier. Das Griffkonzept reiht sich auf den ersten Blick bei Klassikern wie dem Duk-Duk, dem Otter Mercator oder neueren Modellen wie dem Atlas von Büker Plus oder dem Oxford von BLADEO ein. Der Griff besteht bei diesen Modellen aus einem Stück gefälteltem Stahlblech. Beim Lurand wurde sich hier für den X20 CR13 entschieden, besser bekannt als IC420. Die Materialstärke des Blechs liegt hier bei etwa 1 mm. Das ist ausreichend, gibt genug Stabilität. Die Grifflänge beträgt 11,5 cm, die Griffbreite etwa 6 mm. Ja, wirklich schön schlank. Die Handlage ist gut, hier ist alles schön abgerundet.
Die Handlage ist gut?
Länger arbeitet, empfehlen sich dann aber doch Handschuhe. Die Unterseite.
You work harder?
Rein. Das ist bei all diesen Modellen so, bei schlankeren Modellen, das kann man wohl nicht ändern. Hier hinten befindet sich ein Lanyard Hole mit 4 mm Innendurchmesser, das ist auch schön. Clip gibt es keinen, das ist bei Klassikern öfter der Fall, stört mich jetzt nicht.
There is no clip.
Zu den Besonderheiten, im hinteren Bereich des Griffes befinden sich hier kleine Einschnitte und ich kenne kein einziges Messer. Gibt es hier noch etwas sehr Bemerkenswertes.
Alright.
Wir haben einen integralen Backlock bzw. Midlock.
Midlock.
Hier das Gelenk und das hier ist die Feder. Man kann dann erkennen, wenn man hier so drauf drückt, löst sich die Klinge, man kann sie einklappen und das ist wirklich ein
Looks like it locks pretty good.
Es gibt hier kein
Good morning, Tommy. By the way.
Wir haben hier gerade mal insgesamt 5 Teile bei dem Messer, also 2 Wash.
So, yeah, it's an integral for sure.
Den Griff.
It makes me want to order one and do a review on it. I wonder where I could actually buy one from. Wonder if I could add to cart and pay with PayPal. I bet the shipping's crazy. Oh yeah, let's go back. See if there's anywhere that sells them. Imports. There's the gentleman horn stag or mammoth. Wow. So yeah, their locks are definitely different. Huh. Yeah, that would be a fun knife to do a unboxing on. Wonder how I could order one. I might try to add this one to cart. See what we got. If we put in shipping cost, go to checkout. Let's see. Postal code, select country. Nope, US is not on there. So I would have to send it to somebody I know in the UK and get them to send it to me. Let's see, where do they ship to Canada? Yes, they ship to Canada. Which one of y'all is in Canada? Y'all don't mind smashing that like button? I would appreciate it. We have been seeing some wild stuff this morning. I'm glad I made a few links to look at this morning. But man, that knife, I think that's the winner of today. The David Carver waif. I'm gonna
came with a nice spec.
I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick while y'all watch some of this.
You can tell he puts a lot into these knives. The design, the overall design is just beautiful. The ergonomics are phenomenal. Look, you have a 4-finger grip. You still have some peek out the back end there. That's if I'm choking up. If I'm not choking up, you still have more than enough room here for a 4-finger grip and have that little plateau there where the finger choil might be. I actually, I said this on one of the Devo knives, with this little plateau, this flat area right below the pivot, it's actually just as comfortable. I don't know how or why, but it is just as comfortable as a finger choil. And I'm really glad that some designers are using that more and more. The action on this is insane for a larger knife. I mean, as soon as it just drops right into the pocket with a soft landing like that. Just really smooth. It's a flipper that is dialed in, and I don't know if I can do this on camera. I haven't tried this actually in a while, but it's an unintentional front flipper as well. Yep. If I didn't have this angle, I would do it 1 or 2 more times. You can do it without, it's just really quick. Yeah, see, there we go. I can actually do it with this angle still. But it's just an overall beauty.
All right, I'm back. I had to grab my power supply too. So, what color do y'all want to anodize this knife? This is one of those knives. This is one of those knives that has the problem of the lock bar insert is way too tight on it. What color are we going to make this one though? Pete said he just wanted a solid color. So what I'm going to grab here is a little tiny flathead. You can see that one. Purple. That one's already been bent a little bit from doing this lock bar prying. And it came out a little bit, but didn't want to come out all the way. There we go. All right. Lock bar is out. These are out. What do I got all over my hands? Took these out with the magnet. Got all the parts laying up there. You can't see them. 50,000 volts. I was thinking about going a green, a high voltage green. Oh yeah. Got to get these out. Good old chopsticks to the rescue. All right. Yeah, raspberry bronze would be excellent if that was an option. All right, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video while I go wash these off with Dawn and hot water, get all the grease off. So y'all enjoy this knife for a little bit longer, and I'll be right back.
If you haven't had a chance to handle a David Carver knife, you should definitely sign up for the Facebook group, because he's coming up with some crazy designs. I had to stop looking for a little while because I was going to spend all my money. In any case, I put this one to the test. I went a little bit crazy. You're going to see the last test was just me having too much fun with the knife, and I couldn't stop. Otherwise, it's just some of the normal testing. But let's take a look at it. I'll be back in a minute. And we are back. Once again, I sincerely hope that shows how effective a cutting tool this is. And I know, look, so I've heard from a couple people that want to tell me, well, certain knives are just for collecting. You know, the more expensive knives, they're really just more functional art. And I agree. But let me ask you something. Do you want to be that guy that's at a get-together and someone asks to borrow a knife and the thing can't cut for shit? And then you're asked how much you spent on it? Look, all of these, whether they're artistic or not, whether they're functional art or not, they should be able to cut. That's just my opinion. Anyway, this one cuts very well. I hope that video proves that. David Carver seems like a great guy. I would definitely check him out. But thank you guys for watching as always. I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe and like if you haven't already. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 as quickly as possible. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys. I'll be back with actually a couple of back-to-back reviews coming up, and I'll have a short on which ones are coming next. Thanks, guys.
All right. I don't know if that video ended. I guess it did. Maybe I timed it good. I don't know. But I'm back. All right. I got these washed. I'm going to drop them into my multi-etch. If I can remember which one is multi-etch. So this is my multi-etch. I'm going to put them in there for a couple of minutes while I get my power supply ready. And the back spacer is right here. Oh, I forgot the clip. Oh well, we can do the clip later. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of people. That was a discussion this morning too, is about people that, how many people use their Grail knives or just keep them put up. And that was an interesting topic. All right, so I got my, where in the heck are my wires? Oh, they're right here beside me. I went ahead and mixed up a fresh new batch of sodium bicarbonate, because I don't remember if I did black last or if I did if I did color last. So I didn't remember what was in there. But we've got our leads. Now I need to find a titanium wire, which I've got right here. I bought a bunch of these stencils too to try to do some anno patterns. I was going to use some of these to lay on there and then use a cotton swab to transfer the patterns. And I bought a bunch of these that are actually pretty cool. But with the Cricut idea, that makes a lot more sense. So let's see here. I'm going to clean this off with alcohol. I love multi-etch because you don't have to worry about it. And I'm not going to do both pieces at once because we learned that that doesn't work well. One of them will take the current more than the other one. And we didn't have, at least with black, it messed up a little bit. So we're just going to hang them one at a time with this. But I also have my new, this worked out good last time, which was the new titanium covered mesh. Actually, it says it's platinum coated or something, and I don't know where this has been, so I'm going to wipe it off with some alcohol too, and then we're going to pull these knives out and anno them, or these scales out, sorry. Yeah, mister, I don't know about that. All right. Got all this cleaned up. Man. Got some funk on there. Could be, smoke film. Who knows? But I'm glad I wiped that off. All right. So I've got my little water thing here. We will try to center this where y'all can see it good as it changes colors. All right, let me grab a glove and get these out of the multi-etch. Give me just a second. I think I've got some plastic gloves somewhere. I moved them as I was cleaning. All right, got a glove. So far all I've got is my multi-etch, and I'm going to do the double dip technique where you go into one cup of water, totally rinse it off, and then drop it down in the other one to wait until you're ready to ano. I'm going to do that off camera so that I don't make a mess on the table and get water on the table. But all I'm doing is putting on a rubber glove and pulling those out of the multi-etch. I'm going to do the double dip. Give me just a second. All right. Got them all rinsed off. Got my multi-etch put up. Put my wink up there beside it. All right. Now we're good to go. Let me get my clamps. So, put the negative back here on the back. Make sure I don't touch that thing. Let's figure out what voltage we're going to do. So let's go look at the chart here. Titanium color chart. Right here. Oakley Forum. So I've been doing things a 73 volt purple that I really like. And that is about the blurple stage. But I almost want to try one of these colors. That olive drab, like 38 volts. But I guess I'll leave it up to y'all. Y'all wanted blurple, but I wanted to try this olive drab color, or this. I don't know which end of the spectrum we should go for, 30 or 38. I guess it's my knife, so I can overrule. I've done the last two ones I've done have been kind of a purple, blurple. So it looks like you get more of the grays in the 38 and you get more of the blue in the 30. Because it comes up from blue here. So I think I want to do one at this end of the spectrum, closer to the gold, but not quite the gold, like 37 or something. I want to know what 37 looks like. I've never done it. 36. Let's see what 36 looks like in the light up here. 36 looks kind of a gray. 37. 37 is a great year. Great number. It's the reverse of my birth year, so I think we will try a 37. Hopefully my power supply comes on. It did. It is set at 73, so we're going to go down to 37. All right. We're good. Mister, if you wobble the volts like the DJ, whatever the highest voltage you get to is what color it'll be. But in between, it'll fade, and if I pull it out as I'm doing it, we can do a fade. But we're going to try the 37. There's the stuff. We'll start with the clip. I mean, the backspacer. So we're good to go. Got this hanging on there. Got it set to 37. And here we go. Wow, that doesn't look right. I bet it's steel and not titanium. What do you want to bet? It didn't do a thing. Is this magnetic? Did I just put steel in there? Really? No. It's titanium, but why didn't it? What do we got going on here? Maybe I just didn't leave it in there long enough. Oh, it's really bubbling. Why is it not changing color at all? Something is wrong here. Did I put the right stuff in there? Yeah. I put my sodium bicarbonate in there. Is it aluminum? Maybe it is. It feels titanium though. Weird. All right. Well, let's move on to the yeah, it's not titanium. Let's move on to the scales. I know they're titanium. That's the first time I've had an aluminum backspacer on a titanium knife. What is going on here today? I might have ruined my power supply when I spilt water on it. Way more bubbles. Is this whole knife, like, what is going on here? I'm getting absolutely nothing today. Oh my goodness. Y'all are not going to believe what I have done. They're both titanium. Here's the bubbles are supposed to come from that, by the way. The bubbles are supposed to come from the scale. So what I just did is a common rookie mistake. As I was plugging in my stupid leads, I plugged them in backwards. So that's the reason yep, I plugged them in backwards. So here we go. We're changing colors now. I'm sure everybody that's done Anno has had that happen at least once. All right, well, there's what 37 looks like. We might go higher to that purple if I don't like it, because I don't think I like it. It's like a sky blue. Yep, I don't like it. So let's see if we can get a real high voltage green. Let me see if I can get 100 voltage green. We can always wink it. Man, that cathode is really working though. There's a 80, like a 81 volt purple, blurple. Let's see if we can get it to go green though. We're at 85, 86. It's stopping at 86, 87, 88. Come on, go higher. Yeah, it won't go any higher. Oh, that's a cool color. That's like it's getting up there to the greens. Let's see what we got here. It's stopping around 87 volts for some reason. It's a pretty cool color though. All right. It's like a teal green. Let's see what the scales look like. We can always redo it. All I gotta do is put in the multi-etch and start over. Let's see if the scales go any higher. Y'all will be able to watch the colors good this time. As it goes all the way up through. See, there's that color I kind of wanted. No, that's getting into the golds. It's all right. We're at 73, 74, 76 is giving us a good purple, 77. Well, that's a heck of a purple. 79, 80. We'll let it sit there for just a second. Oh, I get a cigarette. 81, 82. $83. 84. 85, 88, 87, 88. Yeah, it's stopping the same place. It's kind of weird. It looks about the same color. It's a cool color, that's for sure. Y'all can't tell the teal color it has in it, but it's a really cool color. All right. Last one. Good morning, Cat Scratch. We're at 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 85 is about where it starts. Oh, there it goes. 86. 87, 88. Yep, it's about the same as the other ones. So there we go. Don't hook your leads up backwards, kids. I got the table wet, even though I said I didn't want to. That's all right. Hold on just a second and I will clear off the table. Alrighty, got that set back where it always lives. Got my little titanium wire back where it lives. And put that back over there. Alright, let's dry these off. Yeah, it's got a cool blue teal. Now you can see the color coming through. See you later, Robin. Have a good day, sir. That teal blue green, really cool. Now it's bright. Curious to see how well they match. They should be pretty close. Thank you, Cat Scratch. I forgot the clip, but the clip will look good with the blade still. That color too. That one, a little bit different shade. Not bad though. It's probably just because it's wet. Let's see. We'll find out. Alright, so this went back together. Show side first. Let me get this glove off. Let's see. Pivot surround. Oh, actually, it's got a D-shaped hole in that side, so it needs to go in on this side. All right, hold on just a second. All right, pivot. Or it could be, actually, I think it goes the other way. That's just to lock it in place, but it would lock it better. I want the show side. Oh, they both have, okay, I got it. They both have holes in them. That needs to go towards the inside there. All right, the little track. Oh, silly. Something I always forget. Lock bar insert. All right, lock bar insert went back in good. Get my screwdrivers. All right, now we can proceed with assembly. Let's see what's going on here. That needs to go like that. That needs to go on there. Grab a little oil. The bearing on. Actually, I'm gonna do these bearings right. Blade, stop pin, bearing. All right. Back spacer, Short one goes through from this side. And the scale goes on. All right, we're lined up good. Oil really makes a difference on changing the color of fresh anno. I usually just rub a coat of oil on to get it over with, but I didn't do it on this one, so you can see it's darkening up wherever I touch it with oil, but we will fix that. Oh yeah, I did put it back together backwards. I knew I was going to do that, but it doesn't really matter with the pivot because it locks better the way I've got it, but these things need to go the other way. Come on. There we go. All right. Both of those are back in. Oh, this is the TS270. Sorry I never answered you, TC. I totally forgot. No, this isn't the 270. This is the one me and Pete got from White Mountain Knives. It's something else. Some kind of other blade steel too. 690 or something. I can't remember what blade steel this is actually. It's the Panarin Designs Tucson that has what is the blade steel again? K110, sorry. All right. What the? Oh, you know what? Now I know why it's not acting right, because I left out a part and I don't even see that part. Did I really lose a piece that easily? The other, I didn't put the other, dang it. Well, y'all can see the color. Came out a cool color. I'll fix it later. But I didn't put the other race washer. The track, what's it called? I can't even think what they're called. I pulled it out with the magnet before I did the anno. I must have done something with it. It must have, I don't know. I'll find it. That stinks though. It should be right here. Y'all know me, everything, when you do something on video, it definitely goes wrong. If it can. I could have sworn I had both of them out there. Did I put them both in the same side or something? What did I do? Yeah, the racetrack washer. There you go. Let me see if I can figure out what I did. I don't know what I did. We're going to figure it out, though. At least I put both the pivot surrounds. Yep. I did something wrong. I don't think I put both of them. I couldn't have put both of them over here. So where in the heck did I put that other one? That sucks. I don't know how I lost that. Time to bust out the flashlight, I guess. Drop my mouse. I was thinking I might have set it beside me over here or something accidentally. I bet it was stuck to the magnet when I went to put it back together. I guarantee that's what happened. Man, that stinks. Where in the world did that little thing go? Huh. Well, no, the magnets I had it on were the back of these things. I always use these little things to grab it. But I bet when I went to put it back together, I didn't notice it was still stuck to the back of the magnet. And I flung it off somewhere. It was on this one. It's not like stuck to the side anywhere or the end. Totally weird. I had to have slung it somewhere when I hate when I lose stuff. I've been pretty good about finding everything though. And I'm sure right after this video is over, it'll show up for sure. Oh well. I'm not going to keep looking for it on video because that's kind of boring. But trust that I will find it. All right. Oh well. No, it's not under any knife on the table. It didn't go that way. I do not think. It's gotta be on the floor down here in front of me. I'm surprised I don't lose more than I do, but I usually do a pretty good job. Oh well, it'll turn up. Especially since I'm doing all this deep cleaning. I was wondering if it stuck to this when I had this out. It did not. Oh yeah, we get to heat treat the fixed blade tomorrow. Yeah, I took out the pivot surrounds with the chopstick. I took out these with the chopstick. Did I put the yeah, both the pivot surrounds are fine. I don't know. I give up. No, I didn't dump my cups. They're not in my cups. Positive I took it out. Let me check the wink thing though. That's a good call. Did it accidentally get put in the wink? Did you go back and watch the video, Pete? Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Upper left, huh? Up here? Aha! Is that it? That can't be it. There it is. Thank you, Pete. Don't know how it got over there, but it did. All right, let's try this again. Pivot. Whoops. Pivots around. Pivot. Pivots around, pivot. Bearing. Blade. Bearing. Race washer. And scales. All right. Pivots around. Pivot screw. Thank you, Pete. For real. For real, for real. I knew something didn't feel right. All right. Backspacer. Shorty. Backspacer, long one. Wow, those just popped right back in. It wanted to go back together this time. One screw. Man, I about put a scratch on it just then. One screw. Two screw. And I'm glad you told me I went to the left up there. All right. Clip back on. Centering is great. All right. That oil's starting to get broken in. Yeah, I like the color. Well, Pete, you wanted me to do it. Got it done. I told y'all I'm pretty good about finding stuff, but thank you again, Pete. I would have, it would have kind of driven me nuts. And this was the new 270 I got last night. Love that blade shape. Yeah, I like the color too. I've just done a bunch of purple here recently, so that's why I didn't want to do another blurple. That's kind of common. This is not as common. But yeah, so in the morning we're going to heat treat this and dunk it in the oil. And we will start one of the tempering sessions. It takes a couple of hours to temper, so we won't get to finish tempering it tomorrow. But we will be able to heat treat it, make sure it's not magnetic, get it quenched, and start a tempering cycle for an hour. This one pokes me bad. Whenever y'all were talking about that point on that one clip, this one's all rounded off, but it's got that sharp edge at the top. And when you reach back here to like put your fingers back here to reverse flick it, it actually pokes you and hurts. So the shape, the thinness, and the sharp edge matter more than that point. No, John, I don't have the liquid nitrogen to try to do a cold. I don't even know if anybody has that like available on how to do that. I would like to learn about that, but I haven't learned about that yet. Do you know anything about it, Mr. John? Y'all don't mind dropping a like? That'd be awesome. Yeah, I haven't even looked up on anything on how to do that at home. I figured you had to have liquid nitrogen and some way to, you might have to have a vacuum chamber. I think you have to have vacuum and cryo. I mean, and a cold, let's look up real quick before we end. How to cryo. That's funny saying cryo and heat treat. Oh, okay. Some knives makers apply a cryo treatment to their blades before tempering. The steel is soaked overnight in dry ice or liquid nitrogen, depending on the medium used. All right. So I might try it if I go grab some dry ice. Dry ice is cheap, right? Can you get dry ice at Kroger? Yes, you can get 1 pound of dry ice at Kroger. So I might do that, John. Because it says before tempering. So after you heat treat, looks like after you heat treat, you quench it and then you temper it. So some knife makers apply a cryo treatment to their blades before tempering. The steel is soaked overnight. Tempering below should only be applied in circumstances. So it just needs to be between -90 and -290. How to remove heat treat scale. So then you got to sand away any scale. That's after everything. Tempering is done after the cryo. All right then. A kiln is more like the vertical, like that you melt metal in. Like the guy that makes the Demon Forge. Devil Forge, sorry. This guy that makes this one, Oh, that's not it. Big Stack D? Is that his name? Big Stack D Casting. Have y'all ever watched this guy? Big Stack D Casting is an awesome channel. And he makes some awesome stuff, but this is a kiln with a crucible. There's a Devil Forge. And a kiln is like closed doors. I don't know what I'm talking about, to tell you the truth. This is the kind that's done for melting metal. And a kiln, I think, has doors on it that's closed up. I think a kiln is closed. But Big Stack D Casting is a great channel. And he has a room that he built. Like, he built a whole new shop. And at the end, he shows how much the thing was worth that he made. And he puts it with the rest of his stuff. He makes some cool stuff, though. But his goal was to... there you go. So he weighs it all. He's got a book. He tells you what the price of it in every denomination is of what he just did in the video. Look, he's got the fifth element stones behind him there. So in US dollars, $63. And then he adds it to his stack, which is getting kind of crazy. He has a whole room where he keeps all the stuff he's melted down. He shows you how to polish stuff up too, and so he's got 4,790 pounds of metal that he's done on these videos. But anyway, he built a whole new shop during the process. He makes cool coins too. He's got a treasure chest. If y'all haven't watched, dude, y'all need to check him out. Robin, so I don't know if I told you, but I was big into 3D printers, and I 3D printed the fifth element stones a while back. They got the tops on one end and they're hollow on the other. But I 3D printed all four of the fifth element stones. I meant to paint them eventually, but I never did. But they're original size, they're the right size, and all that. They got all the right markings and curves and whatever. I was gonna airbrush them out. I've got a shelf over here with a bunch of 3D printed stuff. Like this. Dirty, got dust all over it. But that's a glow-in-the-dark castle I printed. Here's a cool little pencil holder, because you know how Caesar got stabbed in the back by Brutus? Check this out. I got a Caesar statue that goes on your desk. I'm trying to wipe it off a little bit. It's got dust all over it. I'm about to get my 3D printer going again, John, so I'll print you some new ones. But this is a super cool Julius Caesar desk thing. And then in the back of it, it's got where you can store pins. So like when you stab Julius Caesar in the back, you put all the pins and stuff in the back. And it's a pin holder for your desk. It's dirty. It's been sitting over there. Then I've got a Dobby that's dirty. Wow, it's just dusty and dirty. This was actually outside for a while too. But this is a Dobby that I did that's pretty big. The house elf. He's got a stand. Dust all over. I haven't dusted out here forever. But you can see Dobby. Full-size Dobby just about. I've got all kinds of stuff. I got to finish doing the... This one broke when I did it, so I glued it together. So I got to do some sanding and painting on this. But I've got a Guy Fawkes mask too. I used some Gorilla Glue to get it. It broke. I think I stepped on it. But I've got to do some Bondo and sanding and then paint it up good. But I got a Guy Fawkes mask that I printed. I've got all kinds of other stuff that I haven't shown y'all. I've got some cool little shot glasses that I made that are like optical illusions. Oh man. I actually made some working stuff too, like these clamps. So I 3D printed these clamps. But I got some cool little shot glasses. I can't find my other... Here's what I sent to Jed, TC's boy. The butterfly knife that I 3D printed. I sent Jed one of these. But it's a balisong. It's fully 3D printed, even the little pins that hold it together. But yeah, I've got some of these shot glasses. Some of them are pretty cool. That one has a guy's face in it. You can't really see it too good. But like, these are shot glasses I 3D printed. And then this one is an optical illusion. So if I hold it like that, it looks like a circle. You see how it's a circle? So if you look at it from that angle, it's a circle, but really it's a square. You have to look at it. One of the sides is lower. I don't know if you can see how it's made, but you drop it down to right there and it looks like a perfect circle. And then when you look at it from above, it's a square. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, the reason I was able to grab those quickly is because there's a shelf over here with a bunch of 3D printed stuff on it. This was a cool little thing that I printed for your sink. So you're supposed to set this on your counter and put this over to where it hangs over into your sink. And then you can put all your spatulas and stuff in here and the water drains out that little channel in the bottom and drips into your sink. But it's like a little kitchen thing to put your wet stuff in so that it drips back down into the sink. There's all kinds of crazy stuff you can 3D print. Yeah, that's the other reason why I'm getting my 3D printer set back up. John? This is one of those puzzle boxes that is an impossible box. And it's locked. You can't open it. You can't turn it this part. So it's got a little trick. You have to, I thought I drew on here which way you're supposed to bang it. You have to bang it down to one of these corners. and then it'll open, and it's got these it's got this little compartment on the inside. And the way it works is those two little round discs that just fell into the bottom. These two little round discs go into the top here. And when you have it rolled, when you have it turned a certain direction, here, I'll show you. Hang it. So when you have it pointed down, those two little things roll into the inside like that. Those two little discs roll to the inside like that. So when you point this tip down, they roll to the inside, and then when you lay them back out, they lock into place, and they lock into those little things right there and keep you from being able to open it. So you have to tap it on this bottom side down here to get it back together. So you put them like that to where they're on the inside, and then you put this back on. Whoops, hold on. Like that. And you pop this back on. Hang it. And then once you have it flush, you can rotate it, and then you shake it, and those little discs lock it up. Pretty cool. Anyway, guys, now we're talking about 3D printing stuff. I guess since we did this, let me show you one more thing. Oh, come on, where you at? Well, here's some of those models I was talking about. You want to see something crazy? Check this out. So these are some of the paid models that I can get. Gambody is the name of the site. But check out this model. This is another one of the paid. I've actually printed this one. But this is a buff Santa Claus with a Harley and a sexy Mrs. Claus. I was going to show y'all my album with 3D prints. Some of the stuff I 3D printed. Here's just another little example. But I got all those models for free. You can make ball bearings. You can make all kinds of stuff. You can make some crazy stuff, actually. So I 3D printed and made, I've shown y'all before, but I made a different kind of printer. I 3D printed a 3D printer. So there's a 3D printed 3D printer that anybody can make. And I've shown y'all that Hackaday article about me where I 3D printed a 3D printer frame. I got written up in this article. But I've shown that before on stream. But I got really big into 3D printing 3D printers. So I wanted them to replicate themselves. Here's another little cool set of stuff I printed at one point. I've still got them laying around somewhere too. But those, there's a set of Nucks, a fidget spinner I made out of coins, and a knife, and another fidget spinner in the background. I've also done stuff like, let me show you this, hold on. Oh, here's the actual picture when I just finished those. stones. That was printed back in 2017. So 8 years ago. So I also 3D printed this, which is a 22 that you can put so you take and you put a metal barrel down in that removable part. It's called a songbird, but it's a 22. And you can 3D print stuff like this too. And that actually has all the bubblers and everything inside it. Can't see, but this is inside it while it was printing. Or actually, this is after it printed. But it has all the little bubbler things too. Yeah, you can 3D print all kinds of stuff. Here's another Counter-Strike knife that I made. Yeah, whoops. Let's see. Well, I don't know where. I was trying to find one more good one. Oh, here's when I just finished that castle I showed y'all earlier. All right, guys. We got off. Oh, I found the video. Wanted to show y'all this. I can't believe how much I paid for this knife. But I found the actual ad where I bought the bead blasted sword fin. Yeah, and I'm kind of shocked at how much I paid for this. Everybody tries to buy it from me though. So I guess I can probably get my money back out of it. Especially since there's none other ones like it. Zerblasted. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here. Y'all need me, hit me up. If not, don't. Been fun talking knives with y'all today. We went over the 2-hour mark. Thank you for hanging in there with me and helping me find my parts for my Anno. I think it turned out good. I love this little knife. So, yeah, y'all have a great Wednesday. I'm going to enjoy my day off and do a lot more cleaning today. But like I said, thank you for being with me. Hope y'all have a great day, and we will see y'all tomorrow.